Now we are going to change of method. That is, change of method means from straight line method to diminishing balance method. That we are going. Okay. Now I am going for the problem, and after that I am going to tell you about the solution. A company bought a second-hand machine on 1/1/2003 for 37,000 rupees and immediately spent 2,000 rupees on its repairs and 1,000 rupees on its erection. Okay. On 1/7/2004, it purchased another machine for rupees 10,000 and on 1st July 2005, it sold off the first machine for rupees 28,000 and bought another one for rupees 25,000. That is the third machine amount. On 1st July 2006, the second machine was also sold off for rupees 2,000. That is second machine also they sold that. Depreciation was purchased on machinery at 10% per annum on the original cost annually on 31st December. That is the first method. That is straight line method. In 2004, however, the company changed the method of providing depreciation and adopted the written down value method with a rate of depreciation at 15% per annum. Prepare the machinery account for 4 years, commencing from the acquisition of the first machine. This is the problem that we come across, and we have to see here. Here in this problem, there is a change of method from fixed installment method or straight line method to diminishing balance method or reducing balance method. Here you have to observe is whether it is whether the change is of immediate effect or retrospective effect. When it is immediate effect, there is no necessity for us to pass any journal entry. But when it is for retrospective effect, then you have to pass an adjustment entry. Okay, that adjustment entry is compulsory, taking into account the differences between the two methods of depreciation. Okay, now we are going for the solution of that. And for anything you have to prepare, I told you already that for anything you have to prepare the statement of depreciation account. This is compulsory. Don't forget that we can do the machinery account, because when you start you will do that. But thing is, in the middle, if you come across any doubt, the whole procedure will go to dogs. So first of all, it is always better to prepare the statement of depreciation. Thereby you can prepare the machinery account or asset account in a perfect manner. Okay, in this thing also we are having five columns: date, particulars, first mission, second mission, and third mission. Like that, in a columnar manner, you have to prepare. When you prepare in a columnar manner, automatically there will be a chance for us to prepare the machinery account or plant account or asset account without any confusion. So on 1/1/2003, cost of first mission, it is 40,000, and they are taking the calendar year as the year of the account of the mission. So 31st December 2003, less depreciation 4,000 rupees on the first machinery. If you deduct that, you'll get 36,000 rupees. This is on 1/1/2004. And here in the problem, here they are giving that they are going to change from 2004 onwards from straight line method to diminishing balance method, or okay, fixed installment method to written down value method. There is a change here only. So 1/1/2004 cost of machine is 36,000 rupees. And on first July 2004, they purchased the second machinery. Cost of second machinery is 10,000 rupees. That thing you have to show that in the second column where you kept second machine. Now 31st December 2004, okay, you have to calculate depreciation as usual. Less depreciation here only you have to do. Instead of going for 10,000 10%, you have to go for 15%, taking into account the written down as per depreciation rate as per diminishing balance method. That is 15%. And if you calculate For first mission it is 5,400 rupees, and for second mission it is 750. That is for 6 months only you have to take into account, because the machine was purchased on 1/7/2004, and 31st December 2004 we have to calculate the depreciation. So the gap period is 6 months. So 750, half of the amount only. So if you deduct these depreciations, you will come across on 1/1/2005 cost of machines 30,600 first mission and 9,250 second mission. Now on 1/7/2005 only the first mission was sold. So you have to calculate depreciation for 6 months. That is up to 30th June 2005. So 30th June 2005 less depreciation on first machinery. This is for 6 months. It comes to 2,295, and if you deduct that, you will come across the cost value of the first machine as 28,305 rupees on 1/7/2005, and on 1/7/2005 only the first machine was sold. So sale of first machine is 28,000. So here the cost is more than the sale value. So you are getting a loss of 305 rupees. Loss on sale of machine 305 rupees. So with this, the topic of first mission was completed. Now we have to think about second mission and third mission, if any. Now, on 1/7/2005, cost of third mission, they purchased another mission for 25,000 rupees. This thing you have to show in third column, that is third mission. Okay, and 31st December 2005, complete depreciation. Depreciation on first machinery, if you calculate the depreciation, it comes to 1,388 rupees. And on the third machine, if you calculate for 6 months, it comes to 1,875. Okay, 1,875 for 6 months. So if you deduct this, you'll get a balance of, okay, second mission 7,862 rupees, and third mission 23,125 rupees, and this is on 1/1/2006. Okay, and on 1/7/2006, the second mission was also sold. Okay, for 2,000 rupees. So you have to calculate depreciation for 6 months. That is starting from 1st January to 30th June 2006. So for 6 months, the depreciation comes to 590 rupees per second mission. For second mission, it is 590 rupees. If you deduct that, you will come across 7,272 rupees. Okay, this is on 1/7/2006. On 1st July 2006, the cost of mission, second mission is 7,272, and it was sold for 2,000 rupees. On 1/7/2006 only, it was sold for 2,000 rupees. So there is a loss of 5,272 rupees loss on sale of mission. So with this, the second mission was also over, was also completed. Now we have to calculate the depreciation on 31st December 2006. Okay, on third mission, and the depreciation amount comes to 3,469 rupees. And if you deduct that, the net amount or the net balance is 19,656 on 1/1/2007. This is how you have to prepare the statement of depreciation. After preparation of statement of depreciation, you have to go for machinery account. Okay, I am going for the machinery account. Now machinery account, please. Okay, debit, credit. On 1/1/2003 to bank account, I am combiningly telling you about the total figure, that is nothing but 40,000 rupees. And 31st December 2003, because they are following this, what do you call, straight line method or fixed installment method. So you have to charge 10% only. By depreciation, 4,000 rupees. On 40,000, 10%, it comes to 44,000 rupees. So you have to show that on the credit side by depreciation, 4,000. And the remaining balance is 36,000. That is nothing but the balance carried down. And the same thing will appear as balance brought down on 1/1/2004. To balance brought down 36,000 rupees. To balance brought down 36,000 rupees. And here he purchased the second mission on 1/7/2004 to bank account 10,000 rupees. If you add, you will get 46,000 total. Now, here only the change of method will come. That is from 10% to 15% we have to take into account. And here you have to go for written down value method. So by depreciation, 31st December 2004, by depreciation, it comes to 6,150. The total amount comes to 6,150. How, sir? 5,400 for the first mission and 750 rupees for the second mission. Okay, total comes to 6,150. And the balance carried down figure is 39,850. And this 39,850 will become the brought down balance for 1/1/2005 to balance brought down 39,850. And here only the first mission was sold, and we have to see what is the loss or what is the gain that we come across. Here on 1/7/2005 only the first mission was sold. So up to 30th June 2005 the mission was with us, and we have to calculate depreciation for 6 months. So 30th June 2005 by depreciation 2,295, 2,295 for 6 months depreciation on first machinery. Next, by bank sale is 28,000. By profit and loss account loss 3,000. I mean 305. That is 305 rupees. See here in this context, I am going to tell you one thing. Whenever you come across loss on sale of machinery, it will appear on the credit side of the asset account, and whenever you come across profit on sale of asset, it will appear on the debit side of the asset account. Don't forget this. Okay. By bank sale 28,000. By profit and loss account loss on sale of machinery 305. And on the debit side, again a new mission, that is third mission, was purchased on 1/7/2005 to bank account 25,000 rupees. Okay. Altogether, if you add all these, I mean, two things, it comes to 64,850 on the debit side. Now, still, we have to calculate depreciation for the remaining things, that is for the second mission as well as for the third mission. So 31st December 2005 by depreciation, okay, the total amount comes to 3,263. That is 1,388 for the second mission and 1,875, 1,875 for the third mission. That is for 6 months you have to calculate. So the total comes to 3,263 rupees. Okay, now the carried down balance is 30,987 rupees. Okay, the carried down balance is 30,987, and this will become the brought down balance on the debit side for 1/1/2006 to balance brought down 30,987. Okay, and on 1st July 2006 only, the second machine was also sold for 2,000 rupees. So you have to calculate depreciation up for 6 months, that is up to 30th June 2006. So 30th June 2006 by depreciation 590 rupees for the second mission. By bank sales is 2,000 rupees, and by profit and loss account loss on sale of mission 5,272. Okay, now after that we have to calculate the depreciation for the third machinery as on 31st December 2006. By depreciation, it comes to 3,469 rupees. Here you'll come across decimals, but I rounded off those decimals. Okay, okay, all those things. So by depreciation 3,469, and when you take the balance carried down, it comes to 19,656, and this balance carried down balance will become the brought down balance for the next year, that is nothing but 1/1/2007. So only one mission was there with the organization or the businessman or the business organization or the businessman, whatever it may be. Okay, only third mission was there, and the balance of that third mission is 1/1/2007. On 1/1/2007, the balance is 19,656 rupees. Like this, you will come across the change of method from fixed installment method to return down value method, and return down value to fixed installment method. Whatever it may be, you have to observe that whether it is okay for immediate effect or for retrospective effect. So when you go for immediate effect, there is won't be any adjustment entry. But when we go for retrospective effect only, then we will come across some adjustments. And what is the adjustment? If the new method, if the new method is more than the old method, the first method, then whatever it may be, the difference that we come across, that difference we have to adjust, okay, by passing a journal entry. That is profit and loss adjustment account that are to asset account. Now, when it is reverse, when the first year depreciation amount, when it is more than the second method's depreciation, then the entry will be reversed. That is asset account that are to profit and loss adjustment account. Like this, you will come across about the adjustment entry. Okay, when we go for retrospective effect, when we go for immediate effect, there is no necessity for us to go for any entry. Okay, no adjustment entry is required when you go for immediate effect. So, sir, how to find out this? When you go for a problem, automatically they'll give retrospective method with retrospective, like that he will mention in the problem. When there is no mentioning of that, you have to take that as immediate effect. So this is how we'll come across. In the next class, I'm going to tell you about this annuity method, problem on annuity method, and problem on depreciation fund method or sinking fund method. And remaining four methods, okay, I'll see that whether I can. And if you have any doubt, and if you want that problems of that four methods, I'm going to give you. And please comment, write comments if you have, if you require. Please mention that in the comments. Thereby, I can go for the problems. But first of all, what I want to do is I want to give some problems on this four methods. Okay, in the next video class, I'm going to take into account the annuity problem on annuity method, and as well as problem on depreciation fund method or sinking fund method. Thank you. Okay, please go through this, and whatever it may be the doubts that you are having, please keep them in comments, and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you.